The Department of Homeland Security conducts large-scale drills to test the IPAWS partner network, which includes law enforcement, emergency response, hospitals, media companies, and even Twitter. FEMA uses common alerting protocols called CAP. This is when multiple agencies go into motion. It can be a drill situation or a real-life event. Full use of all resources is called a capstone event. A capstone event requires real documentation in alignment with respective roles. ICE stands for Integrated Capstone Event. This is the coordination of multiple courses into a combined event deemed by FEMA to be extremely important because it replicates what will happen in an actual community. The point is not that they made things up. The point is all about how the story goes down. It replicates or creates what happens in an actual community, or an actual country, an actual planet, the world. I believe we are seeing extended artificial situations that are observed for years. A drill is a rehearsal to practice what to do in a future situation. In these supreme capstone drills, you see all resources in action using the third and fourth dimensions to mold the future. A pyramid is created with those who know the most at the very top in what is called the capstone, and the layers of resources below them know less and less. So let's go back to dimensions for a minute. The way I look at it, in the universe, a speck, a locus, a pinpoint is the first dimension. A dot is a dot, microscopic, just marking a location in the giant infinity. In the second dimension, that dot has something measurable about it. Length and width, no matter how small it is. In the third dimension, that dot is a sphere, a tiny ball. It has a z-axis along with x and y, height, width, and depth. You could say that the third dimension is the static space where things exist. The physical properties of things in the third dimension are determining factors in their capabilities. Example. A man who weighs 300 pounds will likely break a chair made for a very small child. A plastic fork cannot pierce through a coconut. The fourth dimension is physical space with something going on in it. An object moving, a series of actions that can be perceived. We could call it the moving, perceivable universe. Those at mid-levels of the pyramid, some of whom may have played key roles, without knowing how their contribution would be used, might be contractually silenced or intimidated or threatened in various ways. If things go radically wrong and you had a role in an event which resulted in deaths, you might well be terrified yourself. And all around the base of the pyramid, extending into the world, are ordinary people, millions of them, taking in the 2D information as they live their lives. These are the people the capstone eye is observing. What will happen is in the fifth dimension. The infinite possibilities that might or might not happen lie in the sixth dimension. So it is up to us to reach into those possibilities and draw into the final record from the sixth dimension into the fifth what we desire, intend, and wish to create. We're all a part of that. We all have the power to affect that. Thank you.